HellDivers 2, a game about radical political ideology such as affordable housing and benefits for veterans, not limited to euthanasia. Today I will be liberating you with my own concept for the highly requested SEAF stratagems. A bit of background. A lot of the demand for this idea comes from a few sources. Ages ago, there were leaks from Arrowhead showing that they were experimenting with this idea before dropping it, and it was likely recycled into the current ambient SEAF NPCs we see today. There was a lot of amazing work from EPG6 and his SEAF specialist animations, as well as this amazing mod that I'm going to put up on screen right now that was inspired by it. Community managers also occasionally tease this idea, but they never quite get around to it, and there's a massive upspike in demand for general, more in-universe content instead of these collabs. Real quick, for anyone who doesn't know either, SEAF is the Super Earth Armed Forces. When the community says SEAF, they commonly mean the ground forces, specifically the little blue guys, the Super Earth Army. However, SEAF can go as far as applying to HellDivers. A perfect analogy is the real-world US Armed Forces, from which you can divide out the US Army and then Delta Force. Exposition aside, let's move on to the meat of the video. I came up with a few names for this idea, but ultimately I'll be calling them cadets for the remainder of this video. Cadets come in fire teams of 4, and for all intents and purposes are miniature squads of HellDivers. I see them as the perfect middle ground between having a drone or having sentries. They can keep up, but won't be as reliable for covering fire like a guard dog would, but they also can't lock down an area as immediately as just dropping a sentry gun. However, they have not only the ability to do both, but they can receive basic orders from the player, allowing us to control our group with either attack or defend commands. My thought here was because you can't use many of your keys when the map is pulled up already, make some contextual inputs, such as setting a marker for the AI to either attack or defend respectively, similar to the ping commands that you use for your teammates. If that's a bit too unwieldy though, there's always the native follow me and hold position, which already work fine for SEAF, though I'd further suggest target priority where applicable for marked enemies. At this time, I'm going to shift gears and talk about my design approach. I'm trying to limit myself to what could be easy to implement, relatively low cost, because as much as we'd like to see the full SEAF specialist experience, we have to keep in mind that's a big ask. It's not that Arrowhead isn't capable of doing these things, we have to keep in mind that it's probably going to be a bit of a risk for them to go full in and do a ton of features for something that they aren't sure how it's going to vibe with the game or how well the community's going to receive it. I'm sure what everyone wants to see is SEAF with class roles and specialized fire teams though, so let's play with that idea. For our purposes, I'm going to say 3 stratagems, but hypothetically you could do way more. Teams deploy with the NPC variant of the Liberator, give it medium armor pen, all around effectiveness. Let them continue to frag, but they need the light indicators. There's mods that do that, the automatons do that, the squids do that. There's no reason that the SEAF can't have it too. Starting us off, assault teams are your all-rounders. I'd say them all having eats should be fine.
Rocket launcher.
Odds of them landing a kill with a single shot's kind of low anyhow, but it keeps their combat effectiveness passable. They'll keep up with you, and then between the 4 of them, they'll probably kill a hard target or 2. And most importantly, they'll help keep hordes off your back. Then we have heavy teams. Heavy teams deploy with 2 EAT cadets and 2 cadets with a machine gun.
Heavy machine gun!
Allowing them to more effectively keep up suppressing fire on nearby targets, though the potentially longer reloads could leave them open in an offensive situation. Good for mobile crowd control, good for locking down objectives, especially objectives in succession like oil harvest or soil scan. Lastly, strike teams. I see them kind of like a rapid reaction force. Now, like your full offense option, but also something for when you're utterly swamped. 2 EAT cadets backed by 2 using shotguns.
Shotgun!
Good for easy crowd control, provided between you and the Pelican, you can get them a safe landing spot. Which actually segues perfectly to my next point. Critical to any of this working, every fire team would need to be dropped in via a Pelican escort, mostly to ensure they don't get spawn killed. I don't know, maybe have them toss grenades out as the Pelican is landing to clear their exit, or the doors open preemptively and they get to shoot out. Balancing wise, I don't see this being all that powerful. That mainly comes down to the cooldown. Whether or not it has limited uses, it won't be as accurate or spammable as the machine gun sentry, nor as oppressive as the Gatling, right? But still has the potential to kill you, like every other support stratagem. Meanwhile, not guaranteed to be supporting you nearly as closely as the drone. It fills that nice middleman gap that we don't have currently. Sure, the relative max damage output of 4 cadets following you is higher than the drone, but how many times have you watched an entire SEAF patrol of maybe 8 guys get rolled by a single charger or a single harvester? The gamble you're taking as the player is more or less whether you'll be able to ensure a good enough entry or a good enough position for them to potentially perform better than those alternatives. And also, it's just fun. With the expansion of the Super Destroyer fleet and subsequent increase in recruiting efforts christened with a brand new training center, there's never been more patriots on the front lines. Despite this, the martyrdom of divers and sea forces in recent campaigns presents a new challenge for the Ministry of Defense. In order to offset the now wide gap between the ranks and the corps and ever-increasing demand for heroes on the front lines, Super Earth's finest have put forth their very own solution. Many cadets never see front lines until they are freshly defrosted, subsequently dropped right into the thick of it. While this is effective at creating battle-hardened patriots, this can lead to an overburden on command of these exceptionally eager recruits. Despite their stellar training, they've yet to accumulate combat wisdom. To address these slew of problems, cadets are now available for deploy in their own fire teams, granting these fresh divers a chance to earn their stripes before being tasked with command, as well as allowing them to learn from their more experienced peers. I understand this idea probably won't please everyone, and that's fine. I just want to tackle it from the guideline of easy and simple implementation. With that said, I'd love to hear everyone else's opinions down below, even if it's just to say I'm stupid and know nothing about game design. While you're down there, if you like this video, please let me know. I've been trying to find my footing as a creator, and I actually have 2 other similar concepts in mind. New category of enemies for every faction, as well as unique stand-in NPC teammates. I'd love to revisit this topic as well and just go full in and disregard notions of budget, simplicity, or balance and just have fun with it. That being said, thank you for giving me your time. Subscribe for more this. Check out my Twitch for more me. Dude, I would 100% loop and like break these fuckers' ankles like I did in the previous game, but our motherfucker can't run. Dude, I have fucked up legs and I could probably run more than this guy. Wait, does she know I'm here? She does. Oh shit! And have a good rest of your day. Goodbye.